Well, welcome back. Hello, everybody. I hope you are all well. And welcome back to our channel. If you are a regular subscriber, thank you so much. I always refer to you as my family of believers. That's what I look upon you as. Those of you who believe in the spirit realm and believe that they are always guiding us and trying to help us. And that's what these videos are all about. This is all channeled through from the spirit realm. So whatever comes of today, whatever, you're here for a reason. As far as we are concerned, you're here because you're meant to be here. You're meant to be here with us today. And these messages that are here today, if not all of it, most of it should resonate with you and should be able to help you on your path, on your journey at this initial stage in your life. My name is Linda. I live in Queensland in the beautiful Sunshine Coast. So I live in a little village in the hinterland, which is just beautiful. We don't even have any traffic lights here. So it's a beautiful little safe place, fortunately. So I regard myself as very, very, very blessed. I'd love to hear where you're from. When you put your comments out, when you get back to me, tell me where you're from, maybe your little story. I will give you a little heart just to let you know that I have read. I have read your little message to me, and so we give you some messages from three different decks. The first one is my private deck, which my guide and I have used for many, many years. And she chooses the cards for you today because these decks are her tools. And then, of course, I've got a brand new deck that I'm really looking forward to sharing with you. It's beautiful and I absolutely love it. And we also give you a message from the David R. Hawkins deck of Letting Go, which again, it's the last one I choose after the readings. And honestly, it just always makes sense to what Spirit has been talking to you about during the reading anyway. And so let's get started, shall we? First of all, let's just bring some beautiful energy into the room. And Spirit loves bells. They love bells. And so let's first have a little look at what they want to say to you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a little look at the minor arcanas of this deck. We're just going to get a couple of messages through from Spirit for those. So could you please give us the messages for today that you'd like to talk to us about, please? And thank you for that. I'm just shuffling these up a little bit because they don't get used very often. So this is my private deck and I only use the major for my daily message. So we'll just see what she wants to give us. Okay, beautiful. Wonderful. Okay. And we also want one more. Okay, thank you. You notice that a lot of people like myself in the spirit realm, spirit workers, rather, channelers often use lots of three. Three is a very powerful number. So I've got three messages here. She just wants to bring out the major arcana. Okay, I'm not going to look at it. Just going to put it to one side until we finish, and then we look at it. Okie dokie. So what we've got here to start with is we have the let's have a look. I'll just get this out of the way here. So we have the five of earth. Now, this is the tower. This is everything coming to a head. Now, this is also about fears around money. This is also about fears around money. Okay. And there's nothing worse than having fears around finances, is there? And so many of you that are looking today, you may be struggling at the moment financially because the world is in a little bit of a financial state, isn't it? Everywhere we read about or see on the news, there seems to be an issue. But this is all about, sometimes we need to get a little bit of help from others. Sometimes we're a little bit uncertain about self-employment. So when there's fears in any sort of subject of your life, this is something that as you know, I often talk to you about how fear will hold you back in life. It really, really will. We've all experienced fear at some stage. Nobody out there doesn't know what it feels like to be afraid or fearful of making a move, fearful of taking a chance. We've all experienced it. We know it's uncomfortable. However, it will stay that way if we don't change, if we don't face our fears and sometimes take the step that we need to take. Now we have here the Queen of Pentacles, money. This is all about money, isn't it? This all seems to be about money. This little lady's usually very successful. This is about taking time for those around you. It's being sensitive. The Queen of Pentacles. She's a smart cookie when it comes to making money and running business and doing things like that. But she's a queen. She is important. So she's kind and she's understanding, and this is what this queen is all about. So this is about being thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensitive. Maybe there is a need for you to be a little bit more sensitive around situations that are going on. Maybe maybe you're the queen and there is somebody in your life who's going through this sort of a situation, difficulty maybe financially. They may need your wisdom of what to do, what to do in this situation. It's very possible. So be there for them because it's free to give advice, isn't it? And so this lady also, she is a weaver. I always look upon her as a weaver of magic in many ways. There isn't much you can't achieve. And so believe in yourself. Believe that there are things that you can achieve. It's just a matter of thinking positive, not being afraid, don't let fear hold you back, and believing that you can do this. Now, this is they call them pages. So these decks they call instead of the arcana where the Light of Way rather the old-fashioned tarot deck where we had our queens and kings and knights and pages and all that sort of thing. This deck here does call the family of the tarot a little bit of different names, but this this is a this is all about. So this is a page of water. This is all about the cups, the emotion, the cups. And so this is somebody who is a little bit emotional. Maybe you're going through a little bit of an emotional time. Maybe you're a little bit uncertain about what to do. Maybe all this business about money is causing you to be a little bit uncertain and emotional at the moment. It's bringing out a little bit of fear within you. This is about following your intuition. You must follow your intuition and trust your intuition as well. And also trust if you've got an older person or a family member or mum or somebody there that's helping you with advice, then you trust and have faith that they're trying to help you, and also trust your intuition about what they tell you. So this is an interesting little message today. It seems to have a lot to do with the emotional side around money as well, your finances and your path in life. Oh gosh, what a wonderful outcome. But look what follows. You're being told to have confidence in yourself. This is the sun. To get this major arcana, when you're having a little bit of trouble with, fears around your money and your finances and your abundance, to get this outcome, this is about having some ideas, some brilliant ideas that lead to success. So whatever it is, you're like this certain about, your career and things like that, about your work. And this one here again, Okay, the emotional stuff that's going on, all the emotional stuff that's going on around you at the moment. This here is saying that there's a lot of success, but it's all about having the confidence. It's all about having confidence in yourself. This is what this is all about. This is also the beginning of a whole new cycle. This can be a new relationship too. Maybe there's a new relationship coming that could also lead to brilliant new ideas or success around you. Because the sun is the card of success. 9 and 1 is 10. 10 is new beginnings and a fresh start. 10 is a 1, really, because the 0. So this is also about new beginnings and a fresh start. Starting off something new with someone. It's very possible, maybe with someone. And so this may be a little bit about finances, but this is also about, care about the people around you. This is about maybe spending time, a little bit more time with the people around you, or maybe being there for the people around you. Maybe you need to be that shining light. Maybe you need to hear what people have to say. Maybe you need to listen to people and help them with the problems that they're going through at the moment with money. It's very possible that you're in that situation. If you are, then be that beautiful queen. Be that beautiful queen. Queen of Pentacles is a very it is the message is about being organised as well with your finances. It's about structure. It's about having confidence in what you're doing. Have confidence in what you're doing with your money at the moment. Put a plan in place. He's saying to you, maybe it's time for you to set up a goal. A goal uh, on your war board, what they call a goal board, where you actually write down your goals for your finances and your savings and your planning for that. Some of you could be planning for a holiday. You're thinking you'd like to go on holiday, maybe hypothetically next year, and you're thinking, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. And this is all about planning. Plan your plan that holiday, plan those finances, putting your finances into order. Maybe it's time for you to put your finances in order so that it's a very happy outcome. This card here, I know these readings are for now. These readings are for what's going on in your life now. However, I am being told to say to you that it does say on here, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. And lead to success means lead in the future. I am getting travel. I know that this card doesn't say anything about travel, that doesn't matter, but my guide is saying that I believe this is more of a plan for some travel. And so maybe you're financially needing to plan that, put the money aside for travel so that this comes into play, this happiness and joy and celebration comes into play with that holiday. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. This is about having, intuition. This is about being highly psychic and trusting in what feels right. Your gut instincts, things like that. And when it comes to this deck here, everyone, this is a brand new deck that I just discovered that I absolutely have fallen in love with. Um, I I didn't realize just how profound an effect it was going to have on me, and that doesn't come from the cards as much as it comes from the book that came with it. Now, I don't usually read messages from books. I don't do that. Very, very rare. Well, especially if I do, with my clients, I don't have to do that at all. Because my work is channeled. My work is channeled through. However, when I bought this deck and I opened the book up, my guide said, and I remember she's in charge of all these decks. They're her too. She said, "Oh my goodness me, maybe we need to share the written description of the card that comes out." And I went through and I had a look at some of that. And oh my goodness me, it really is beautiful. And so if I may, I'd like to draw a message for you today. And I would like to, if you could let me, read read the read the message that comes with it. Okay, because the rest of the card will be interpreted by spirit anyway, by my guide anyway. He'll also step in. So let's have a look and see what she wants to give you today, what card she would like to bring out for you with this beautiful message. So this is the Prince of Swords. And the princes are knights. You know, the ones that are on horses are always knights. They call them they call them princes in this deck. But this is this fellow here, honestly, he knows exactly what he wants. He knows exactly what he wants. We like to go into the interpretation of the message rather than the person because this is not a one-on-one. But just have a look at him. He's got his horse, fired up. He's in the background. In the background are the all the warriors that are fighting with him, but he's up front. He's up front and he's wielding that sword and he's saying, "Okay, full steam ahead." That's what, and that is what you're meant to be doing, getting going and full steam ahead. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look and see what the book tells us all about this fellow. And so here we go. I finally found him. I'm sorry, well, this is a whole new book, and I'm not used to reading from books, but it really the message. I think you'll see what I mean in a minute when you hear this. Um, so this is all about our Prince of Swords. This is our knight, the Knight of Swords, and isn't he? Just look at him. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he beautiful? Breath. Let the cold air fill your lungs to bursting. Feel it all around you. That rush of wind and gust of the storm rising. Feel the energy, palpable in the air, tingling and stimulating, whipping your hair across your face. Let it push you forward, giving you momentum as you rush headlong into the fray. Relish the battle for its own sake, not for what it might bring you or for what you fight for. When you're caught up in that exciting whirlpool of force, what is there except to keep moving, keep going? Be bold, for fortune favours the brave. Let me lead you into the battle. Let us raise our swords together and let us prove our worth and take up the sword for any cause. Let our desire for the soaring rush never let us tarry, but always take us onwards to other horizons. What a gorgeous. This is a rebel without a cause, somebody who does not respect authority. So the Knights of Swords can be rather naughty. If they're, especially as teenage, they can't, if we're talking about a person, but we're not talking about a person here, we're talking about the message of the concept of the card. They rush in, they're like a champion, though they rush in a champion, really, carrying an idea forward. So this is about you carrying your ideas forward. This is about you planning, getting things going. Mental stimulation. So the swords are all about our mind. So the swords are, they're air. They're our mind, though. They are our mind, our mindset, what we're thinking. They are not negative. The swords are not negative. Okay, they are what we're thinking, what's going on, and also what's going on around us, and also our sharpness. Our sharpness and our power. Oh, sudden action of the mind at its sharpest. So there you go, seeking conflict, seeking for new ideas, intellectual exploration. It's a wonderful, wonderful book. This, it's as I say, it's new to me. I'm just getting used to it. Really, I haven't even discovered where all the messages are in the book, so I'm still finding my way around it. But this is all about being being the leader, not being afraid, not being afraid. Um, like this fear surrounding money. Look, get rid of that. Forge ahead, make plans, have no fear. If you're organized, if you plan, if you put a plan in place, there should be no fear around anything that you're doing. This is about action. This is not being afraid to take action. Be bold, be brave. That's how people become millionaires. That's how people become wealthy and abundant, and that's how people become great actors. They didn't just walk in and become a great actor, a star. That's how singers become great. They could have been singing since they were 3 years of age, and they've just pounded away, and love doing what they're doing, bringing joy to others, and they just stuck with it. They just forged ahead. And these people that we see and we admire and we love, they didn't just give it to them handed on a plate. They fought for what they believed in within themselves. You must fight for yourself. You have to be the warrior. He has no fear at all. Whatever happens, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going for it. And whatever happens, happens. When you've got this at your back, this came out before this. This is got they've got him. They've got his back. This is success. This is done. This is things working out. This is having confidence. Have confidence. Go for it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Believing in yourself is not nothing to do with ego. Absolutely nothing. Having confidence has got nothing to do with ego. People who talk about ego half the time wouldn't have a clue what they're talking about. Believe you me. We all have to have a little bit of ego. We all have to have a little bit of, because in the way I look at it, it's being egotistical is when an egotistical person is not usually a nice person. They're usually very critical of others, and they think they know everything. And so ego is got really nothing to do with that. When you think about ego, is all about, well, believing in yourself. I know I can do this. I know I can do this belief system. This is what it's all about. I just need to forge ahead, and I need to take a chance. I feel, I know that this card here that came out of this beautiful deck is really a powerful message for you. This is a really powerful message. Please strive and be the best you can be and believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then how can you expect anybody else to? When you shine your light, when you say, look, I know I can do this and I'm going to give it a go, people watch and they see you trying hard and they see you succeed. They think, wow, I wish I could be like that. And they can be like that. If they put that wish out there, they probably will be like that. But there's also the other side of it. If you say, I'm going to go for this, I'm going to give it a go, and it doesn't work out quite well, and they say, I tried to say to you, what do? You say, well, you know what? At least I gave it a go. At least I wasn't afraid to try. And not many people can argue with that because that's such a positive response. And then you can then say, and I learned a lot I learned a lot from it, so that the next time I'll learn from those mistakes and I'll be successful. This is what you have to believe in yourself. This is what you must believe about yourself. Nobody can tell us what to think. What you think, what you believe is what you create. That's fact. There's nobody can argue with that. What's up here, what you think, What you believe about yourself is what you will become and what you'll create. And that's the way it is. That's the way. There's nothing else that can get you where you want to go. Action will help, but to do the action, you've still got to have the belief. I'm always talking to you all about your mindset. I'm always talking to you and trying to help you to learn, or we are always talking to you, trying to learn to trust in yourself. Trust yourself. Trust that you can create anything you turn your mind to. You know, I have a client. I met this lady. Oh golly, oh, it must be about 7 or 8 years now. I think 7 or 8 years when she first came to me. She first came to me and she had been told that she had about 3 months to live. She had cancer. And we were talking and she said, I don't believe that I'm going to die. I said, no, neither do I. I said, well, what you believe and what you put out there, whatever will come true. But, I said, I can't tell you that you're not going to die because you've been told by a doctor, and I can't contradict the doctor, but I can tell you now that I also, my guide said to her, you know, this does not have to be. This does not have to be. Well, she's still alive. She's still alive, but she took action. She changed her diet drastically. She went on, juices and lots and lots and lots of greens and raw juices and things like that. And she gave up what she thought was the bad stuff. She just followed her gut instincts on it. She didn't go to a dietitian or anything like that. She just intuitively trusted what she was getting. And this was a very evolved lady, of which I found out, as we went along, got closer to each other, because she comes to me once a year, every year. And her belief system and her action, taking control of the situation, and having the confidence in and believing that she had a future. And she turned everything around. She started to get better, and the doctors couldn't believe it, of course. And of course, doctors don't always want to believe the diet will do, but we won't go down that path because I don't like to get politically involved in anything like that. But she turned her life around, and the day she was diagnosed was the day she made changes, and so she got stuck into putting nourishing, fresh, raw foods, organic foods into her body, and they healed, and she healed. But her attitude and her belief system, I truly know, was 50% of her recovery. The diet would have made a huge difference, but her belief, I know I'm gonna get better. And she said every time I drank my juice, every time I grated up my carrot, she would talk to the food. I said, oh really? She said, yeah, I talked to the food and said, this, you're going to heal me. I said, oh right, okay. And so she was talking to her food and telling her food, you're going to heal me. And when everything we think and everything we say, our body takes on and believes it. You see, the physical of ourselves, our organs, everything does not distinguish between truth and lies. It believes whatever you tell it. Can't distinguish. And so she'd be chopping up a carrot. This carrot's going to heal me. And then the body would get the carrot, wouldn't it? And they'd get all the other goodies that she gave it. Honestly, it's a miraculous story. And when she explained to me how she used to talk to herself, her body and all this lady healed herself and she was given 3 months and now she's still going strong. I've known her for years and years. She looks wonderful. Every time I see her, I can't believe how wonderful she looks, because she's stuck with that. She's stuck with that way of eating and those thoughts. She's become more and more positive now because she's conquered something with her belief system, believing in herself. This beautiful Letting Go deck, um, it really is a beautiful deck. Again, it's one of those decks I've discovered that I just love it. I absolutely love it. I usually just choose one card for these readings here, but one jumped out, and I don't usually take jump outs, but I took it, and then I thought, well, I'll also choose another one as well because my guide also I like to believe that I can cut the deck, and she will use her hand with mine to give me the message. So there's two here. There is two here today. The more we love, the more we can love. Love is limitless. Love begets love. Love begets brings love. Begets creates love. The message on it, love has a powerful anabolic effect. Love increases endorphins, which are life enhancing hormones. The energy of love has the capacity to heal our bodies when conditions are appropriate. Wow, that just confirms the two when you love yourself. The goal of letting go is the elimination of the very source of all suffering and pain. This is the letting go. All negative feelings stem from the same source. When enough negative feelings have been relinquished, that source reveals itself. When that source itself is let go of and disintensified with, disidentified with, the ego dissolves. The source of suffering, therefore, loses the very basis of its power. All negative feelings stem from the same source. When enough negative feelings have been relinquished, gotten rid of, that source reveals itself. When that source itself is let go of and disidentified with, the ego dissolves. The source of suffering, therefore, loses the very basis of its power. The letting go. When we let go of stuff that we've been carrying around for years since we were little, it's when we let go of that, when we get rid of it, when we relinquish it, when we remove it, we change. Most of the time, we find our true self because we start to heal. One of the most powerful tools that you'll often hear me talk to you about, everybody, is tapping. I discovered this about, I'm not sure if it's 12 or 15 years ago, because time's funny, isn't it? But I've found it, and I read the book. I found it by reading this book, the Nick Ortner book, his very first book. And I thought, wow, this it just, I was amazed. And I thought, well, I've got to put this into action. And at the time, I was looking for, and I had asked Spirit, I said, look, I'm getting more and more clients who are really struggling with baggage, or pain and trauma and things that have happened to them at a young age that they just can't seem to get out. And it was worrying me because I was concerned about what it was doing to them and how it was affecting their life. And so I said, look, I just need to find something that I can help them with their mindset, how to change. Because I'd talked to them about it, but they still had difficulty. They still struggled with it. And I was, you could put something out to the universe and ask, and it doesn't just come tomorrow. And I'd asked and asked for a while. I'd been asking for a while. And I came across this book in a bookshop, and I thought, well, that's interesting. And I don't know why I bought it because I didn't realize really what it was all about, but I bought it. And I started practicing the tapping myself, EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, a technique to free you of built up emotions, buried emotions. And I was really amazed. I started tapping first on stress, which is this meridian here. And the very first time I did it, when I'd finished, I felt an energy around my sacral area that was very unusual. I'd never felt anything like it before. I felt there was like a peace. It's hard to explain. And so I was so, intrigued by all of this that I started doing more and more, and I started to when my clients came to me, I would be told by my guide, "You're going to have to do tapping today," and I would allow, about 20 minutes before my client's appointment with me was finished, and I would introduce them to tapping and go through and do tapping with them. And I just could not believe the amount of feedback that I got from my clients of how things came to the surface. It brings things to the surface, which means that you can get a reaction, and the reaction is other things trying to get out as well, because we are an onion, and a lot of bad stuff's in that hardcore. And so we do a bit of tapping maybe on stress because it has caused stress, and a bit of that will move and it'll shift and it'll go. You'll get it out with your what you say, what you do with the tapping. But then the body says, "Oh gosh, that felt so good, but I've still got this. This is still here, and so I need to get rid of that." And so the body will give you a reaction to let you know, "Hey, guess what? Could you do that again?" Your body does talk to you, believe it may. My body talks to me, and I know a lot of people who talk to their body and listen to their body, what it's trying to tell them, and that's an amazing practice to master. Anyway, tapping became something I became very passionate about it then and still am. And it gets rid of a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. It gets rid of fear, it gets rid of grief, it gets rid of all these negative emotions that maybe have been holding you back for too long. I'm not saying that you can forget stuff. It's hard to forget bad stuff, but you don't carry it anymore. And if you're not carrying it anymore, you stop thinking about it. You do stop thinking about it. It goes, just goes. Because when you've gotten rid of it, when you've eliminated it, when you've removed those negative emotions, what gets replaced? Well, happiness, self-love, the sun, wonderful, wonderful things happening to you. Because all that baggage, all that stuff, that horrible stuff that's been living in there, you've swallowed your words, it's all impacted in there. When you get it out of that sacral area, your life changes because your sacral, this area here is your life path. It's what you do in life. It's how people look upon you. It's the most important area for you to nourish and look after and clean up. Tapping will do that. Tapping will do that. And so eliminate, eliminate all the negative thoughts and feelings. I'm always going to be talking to you about your thoughts because I know from my own experience that what you think, what we think, we do create. What we think we can become. And we all at times experience funny stuff going on in our head. We all experience it, me too. Things can trigger us, things can set us off. When we start thinking all this stuff, if I could tell her, all that sort of thing. And if we can master how to eliminate that and switch it off and go into a positive, then we don't get affected. Our health does not get affected. If you're in a negative, if you're always carrying on and whinging about things, if you're gossiping about things, if you're always complaining about things, your body is listening. Your organs are listening. If you're saying, "Oh, I'm so tired all the time," you'll be tired all the time. If you take a couple of vitamins and you start to feel really good, then you say, "Oh, gee, I feel really good. Those vitamins are great." You will feel good. Those vitamins are great. Yes, you did something to make you feel great, but you think differently. And so you don't have to take a vitamin pill, do you? Unless, of course, you're lacking. But what I'm trying to say to you is it's the way you think. It also affects the way you feel. Okay. I hope that Spirit has given you a little bit of advice today and helped you on your journey in life. It's not an easy life, is it? It's in some places. Some of you are probably doing it tough. And so um, it's, I understand that there are things that you could be going through that you're having difficulty with. And so I say to you, you are not alone. There is a golden rule about each person that comes back and has another lifetime, decides that they want to come back and experience something. So when that little bubby pops out, their little angel, guardian angel, their gatekeeper, is standing, watching, waiting for them in excitement as well, just as excited and happy to now be walking with this little one and guiding them and looking after them. And so when children point to nothing and say, "Mummy, lady," or "Mummy, what, man or boy or whatever," mum and dad, you just say, "Oh, that's your little angel looking after you." That's what you say. Well, that's just your imagination. You don't say things like, "Please." When your little child up to the age of 7 sees things, notices things, "Well, that's your angel watching over you." That's what my mother did. And I was very young age when I first experienced spirit, walking, standing in the corner of my bedroom. And when I told my mum, "Oh, I think there was a man standing in the corner of my bedroom, Mummy," she said, "Oh, that's your guardian angel watching over you while you're sleeping, darling." Oh, wow. And I felt so safe. I slept like a real baby ever since. I've never had trouble going to sleep, always because I had that belief system put in my head. So my beautiful wise mum. So think positive. Help your children to be positive with your children. Always be positive, please, with your children. It's so important. Be a great parent. No negative stuff, please. Encourage them, accept who they are, learn to understand them, and to give them unconditional love and support all their life. It's so important that they grow up into beautiful human beings that are confident, they love themselves, and they don't carry any baggage. They don't carry any baggage. Not that any of the baggage that you've given them, anyway. So take care. I hope you have enjoyed today with us. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. Um, Please, if you would like to become a member of the family of believers, this is what I call my subscribers, we would love to have you on board. So if you'd like to give us a little tick, if you want to tell me where you're from, as you know, I'm from Australia, from Queensland, the Sunshine Coast, which beautiful day today. The sun is shining. Sunday morning, actually. I'm spending my Sunday doing these readings for you. And I'd love to hear from you. So if you would love to give us a little, if you would love to subscribe, it does help our channel. We've only recently reopened it. I had a year off. I was unwell, but now I'm brilliant again. And yeah, and it does help. It really does help. And so I look forward to seeing you next time when Spirit decides they want to come on board. Remember, we now do your monthly star signs, so we'll be doing September soon for all of the star signs. And also, we will be doing videos on psychic development and growth. So if you are gifted, if you want to learn how to work with your gifts, if you want to become more enlightened and you want to learn how to do that, and you'd like to get my knowledge and expertise as your mentor, they're free videos. They're there. What I like to put out, because I get looked after by the spirit realm. They look after me, so this is my way of giving back to the blessings that I have in my life. Okay, and I love to help people to learn. And for years, when we didn't have all of this, it was just I used to have gatherings at my home, but now I can get out there and help so many people to really become more enlightened, to be a shining star to others. And that's what we need. We need more positive people. We need people to think positive to change the energy of our planet. Our planet is it's been too dense for a long time. The newborn babies and the children that are coming here now are finding it very difficult, the denseness of our planet, because there's just not enough unconditional love and light out there. And that's why they're a bit grumpy and a bit rebellious. They're not settled. They find it hard to settle. And so they need a lot of encouragement and love. And so those those videos that I'll be doing on just psychic development and growth, they will help you to become more enlightened and to also to work with your gifts and to empower yourself to do wonderful work regardless of what you hope to be doing in this industry. Okay, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. Please subscribe. We would love to hear from you. Every comment that's made, I'd give you a little tick, a little heart rather, just to let you know I've read your message and that I appreciate the effort of you messaging me too. So please take care, look after yourself, and I look forward to the next time we meet. Bye bye for now.